Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
Welcome to episode 297 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn, Mr. Prime, Mr. Mao, and Damn Skippy, a.k.a. H-Town, a.k.a. Hollis Thomas in the building. Today on episode 297, we're talking about the 53-man roster projection. I mean, everybody wants to play GM sometimes. I know I might not look like Howie, but I try to think like Howie. I think everybody on this podcast probably thinks they could be a GM if they got the chance, right? So today we're all gonna, with the assistance of the people in the chat, we're gonna try and get down to a 53. I think it could get spicy. I think there's gonna be a little sazon. There's gonna be a little some spice, some chachari. Is that the new spice we came up with?
Sriracha.
So I mean, are you guys excited about the 53-man projection? Do you think we're gonna not fight on this episode?
Oh, we're for sure gonna fight, Mr. Saunders.
What episode don't we fight?
Exactly. I mean, by the end of this, we're gonna have a few black guys up in here. You know, we'll be all bloodied up. But
you say a few black guys?
Black
he must be
eyes. I mean, we already.
He said black eyes. I thought he said that too. I was gonna say he must be talking about John because I had out nothing but beatdowns.
Black eyes.
Black.
I'm just letting you know, Evan, if you cock your hand back in my direction, I'm gonna consider that a threat. I'm just all letting you know.
I don't like my odds against you, Tank.
Ev, you stand your ground, okay?
I'm standing my ground, but no, dude.
It's gonna be some ground. I don't know if you're gonna be standing though.
You say you stand my brown?
We've been
some ground.
We're 2 preseason games in. We got one left, man. Final cuts are coming up. I'm actually surprised at some of the cuts the Eagles have had recently. I mean, I'm not gonna spill all the beans on all the guys I think should have stayed and should have went. We'll get to that later in the episode. But yeah, I'm making up words, Hollis.
It's nice. I like that.
I'm looking forward to the conversation. Now that
I'm actually looking forward to see you guys' opinion, especially on the. This past game, I was with all that Birds podcast. They treated me I went up to Allentown, and I told Gail this already. I almost caused an accident finding a White Castle in Allentown. Thanks a lot for that. But in watching the game, I want your opinion and everybody else's opinion on the face of our defense. Do you think that Jonathan Gannon is going to get it done? I think he's going. I think it is what it is. And he's just giving you a sample of what to expect from him during the season, and him probably losing his job to Vic Fangio.
Played the Vic card early again.
Played the Vic card. Sorry, I'm sorry, man. If he just said that before as we get started, he just sent our guys to a gunfight with a butter knife. You've been practicing against these people all week. You know that if you have any competitive juices in you whatsoever, you have to know that they're going to do something to mess over you. I was like, so you got your young guys out there. They don't feel like I know. I was like, if it was me, if you look at the effort, it was less than stellar, and that's because as they got out there, you could tell that the other team did a little bit of game planning, and you're gonna give us the same crap that you showed them during the week. I don't know, can't do it, won't do it.
I mean, the way that I look at it personally, like. In the preseason, you're not going to, as an offense, you're not going to run a bunch of trick plays. You're not going to show your hand. Do you think that there's any sort of ultra vanilla-ness that was going on with Gannon's play calling and game plan?
He's been showing us.
Yeah, but I also feel like last year was the same thing, right? That like he was ultra vanilla last year too. We got chewed by the best quarterbacks, right? That like there's that graphic going around that Hurts is 0-9 versus playoff teams. How well did our defense do against those playoff teams, though? Like, come on now, let's be honest. We watched, quarterbacks just walk the ball up and down the field. And so, I mean, you can't expect but so much. I mean, if I'm choosing between Gannon and Vic Fangio, I mean, come on now, let's be serious. So,
hey, Ma, this is all I'm saying. In order for you to be good at blitzing, you have to start in the preseason doing it. You don't care who knows what you're doing. You're not going to be doing the same thing all the time. But we don't even know what these kids can do. And when they blitz, when their number is called, are they gonna hesitate? He who hesitates masturbates. It's it's like I don't. And he's showing me nothing. He's giving me the same stuff. And everybody's talking about it was the personnel. You had personnel last year that you could have blitzed, and you could have we hung our secondary out to dry so many times.
Absolutely.
We had guys who when you made the quarterback make a quick decision, they were able to capitalize on some stuff. We went away from that. We went away from just lining back up and running right into the other guys. It's been 5 or 6 times the Cleveland Browns had 6 to 7 man protection against 4 guys. You're not getting back there. I don't care who you are. Come on, man.
Man, guess what? We got another preseason game, so maybe, just maybe, we might see something different. Just pray for that, okay?
You have a better chance of being mauled by a polar bear and a regular bear on the same day.
The attitude just didn't seem like it was there, man.
Thank you.
Like, the camp, it just seemed like, I don't know, they just were, their heads were just not in the game. I mean, you seen some of that, the way these guys were playing the ball, it was just like they weren't up for playing that game on Sunday. I don't know. I mean, it kind of had me worried. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, I was excited to see some Eagles football, but I mean, like the outcome was just like, hey, we won, but they were getting like you were saying, Hollis. I mean, they were all over that field. Cleveland Brown was running that ball down the field on us, and I didn't get it. You see that defensive line, they didn't seem like they were into it. They weren't putting no pressure on the quarterback. I was expecting, Jordan to go ahead and like blast off that line. It was just like he just wasn't there, man. I don't know where his mentality was at. So it's kind of like scary just to think about it. But I mean, you said it yourself. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know what these guys are really feeling with Gannon, And then we keep on mentioning Vic, but it's like, is that what's really going on, or is there other things going on? I don't want to find out that we're going down that road.
I gotta be honest with you. I think that all this Vic Fangio, the whole aura that is surrounding him and the Eagles and the team, it almost makes me feel as if there's a faction of this fan base that is actively rooting against Jonathan Gannon just in the hopes that we can Vic Fangio. I think there's some of that going on.
I like what you say. I understand what you're saying, but to what Prom was saying, if you look at it was a tale of two teams out there. The offense came out there and did what we expected. Our number 2 is going against their 2s. We should kick their ass. Because we expect our guys to roll with the 1s. Our 2s didn't do anything of the sort. They let who the hell is Dobbs? Dobbs is the quarterback from Tennessee. Tennessee that's been passed around a little bit. He sucks.
I wasn't going
to say that. I wasn't even going to say that.
I'm just saying. You asked me. I know the most random shit about players. Anyway, I felt like the offense looked pretty smooth. I think defensively, you'd like to see a little bit more from the front, the younger guys, Milt Williams, Jordan Davis. I thought for moving the ball, I thought Cam Jurgens starting off pretty hot. I think the way he was moving, the movement skills, very impressive still. I think again, Jedi in training with Kelsey right behind him, leading him right along the way. I think I think it's a little too early. It's the second game of preseason. I'm not gonna get. I'm not too early
to say that.
Not for me to get. No, I'm saying
the defensive coordinator.
Not for me.
It's not
for me to get excited yet. I'm not. I know, but it's still it's it's first week. Okay.
It's still early, but for him to come out like that, and not his team takes on his personality. For your team to come out and not be ready, you start one of your first games, even though it's a preseason game. You're starting. You should come out there looking to get off the field. You should come out there giving up long drive after long drive. We watched that last year, and that's why, Maul. That's why we couldn't beat the teams who had good quarterbacks. We couldn't get off the field. I was watching the Jets and the Falcons last night. D. Pease is down there. He said, we're not going to be the laughing stock of the NFL no more. Talk about the Falcons. And he ran a pressure. It wasn't even a blitz. It was a zone pressure. Got to the quarterback, hit him on 3rd and long, and got off the field. You know that we rush 3 and drop everybody else. For what? For him to stand back there and pick us apart. Anybody could play 7-on-7. It's like I still his philosophy. It stinks to me. It's not something that you're gonna win with.
So Gail, you mentioned that you don't like, you feel like it's too early to go ahead and get excited. Like I agree with you, it is definitely too early. But at the same time, we don't get to see practices every day. We don't have the privilege of being at a practice every single day to see what these guys are doing. We're hearing about it, we're reading about it. But bro, I mean, like I'm waiting all week to see some Eagles football on a Sunday, getting excited to see what these guys are gonna go ahead and do, and don't get shit out of it.
No, but I'm saying I never expect to see anything in preseason. I think,
bro, we had a whole
it's not even
season
all
of this
about,
man
right,
doing
it's not
nothing.
even all
This
about
ain't just
giving
he
it
just
all.
started doing this shit.
Right,
He's been
right.
doing it a whole season.
I'm just saying, me personally, this
whole
is my
season.
opinion. Y'all have your opinions. My opinion is I'm not going to be concerned on preseason. Like week 1, he starts doing the shit. Week 2, week 3, then I'll be.
Yeah.
I want to get all that shit. Nah, man.
But
I need to see something.
Now see, Gail, this is why I'm pissed, because when Jim Johnson was rest his soul, when he was here, we worked on different blitzes all the time, and you work on blitzes to see what you can run during the season, to see what your bread and butter is going to be. See, he's working on what his bread and butter is going to be right now. We ran like sometimes we might get torched on something, but he's like, that's okay. Yeah. I'm trying to see something. It's like, but we haven't seen nothing. Nada.
Well, and you have the defensive backs. You have 2 linebackers, potentially 3, that can actually man up and like play aggressively, right? And so the opportunity is there to dial it up. To Tank's point, I just want to see something, right? We definitely can't have another year of what we watched last year. Man. It can't happen, bro. And so I hear what you're saying, Gail, but like on the same note, he has all of the personnel to run whatever exotic looks he wants to do. He can do whatever he wants. And so the fact that we're seeing the same stuff, I mean, you already was on the clock, bro. Vic Fangio hanging around practice. Like, I don't understand
no.
all of this.
Check that. Ma, that's Coach Fangio. Remember, I told you, I was told this was Coach Fangio. Fangio.
I mean, the fact that he's in the building makes me sleep at night. Like that's a great backup plan, and to me, I'm excited about that.
It really seems to me like a good 80% of this podcast is already trying to pull the what's it called Gannon behind the shed.
I never understood the thing with Gannon. I never understood how he got head coaching interviews. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't get it.
I didn't get it either. But like, can we at least like? I'm trying to look at this objectively. I completely understand where you guys are coming from. Listen, do we have better tools this year on defense?
Yeah, without a question.
That's what I'm saying. So like, can we have an opportunity to see all these guys in full games, the first strings? Throwing rocks. That's all I'm saying.
I'm throwing rocks,
I got a quick coaching lesson.
Throwing rocks are hot in my hands, son.
If you're a coach, you're supposed to be able to coach what you have. With the stuff that we had last year, leaving your defensive backs out there like that, that's a detriment to the team. That's why we spent a lot of time on the field defensively. It's like I told everybody that we had a Fugazi 10th ranked defense. It's like they keep marching down the field. Name one game that we didn't give up an 8 to 10 play drive. I'll wait.
You're gonna be waiting.
That one out of left field.
You're gonna be waiting.
Name one game.
All right, come on.
Even against
let's bust this 53 up, man.
Yeah, let's bust this 53. My bad, man.
Let's bust it. Now you good. I'm with you, but I feel like it would be a whole episode of us just going in on Jonathan Gannon. I feel like the people they want to see the 53. So okay, let's get that. And then we'll circle back to Gannon. I got smoke for him too.
So y'all got Gannon's probably in his office right now. It's like, bro, something going on right now. His spidey senses are going off. He's
ringing.
Like somebody might be talking about me. Somebody might be talking about me.
He's like Jonathan. I got to put these guys in the right position.
Hey, y'all, rocks are hot in hands, brother.
So people in the chat, we're gonna be asking you for your input. I think. We're going to try and come together and make these roster selections. I know we're all going to put our whole heart into it. I know damn Skippy is going to give you he's never to mince words. He's going to let you know. So we're going to start off the quarterback position, super spicy topic in Philadelphia. What is usual? What is different about that? Year after year, it's always a topic of conversation. So right off the bat, the quarterback position, we're gonna we're gonna keep 3 quarterbacks. We're gonna keep 2. We're gonna put 1 on the practice squad. Like how are you? I mean, Jalen Hurts.
I think that's a safe keep. I think that's a safe keep.
We can keep going
No,
past
no,
Hurts.
practice
We know
squad.
that one.
Practice squad.
Yeah, all right, Carson Wentz lover over there.
Okay.
Why did we even mention that?
But I mean, it's a question though. I mean, would you guys feel comfortable having 2 quarterbacks on the roster and maybe sit in on the practice squad or having 3 quarterbacks?
Nah,
Stidham, really?
I really
only
don't know
throwing
that
one
Reed
pass
Stennett
right.
is that good
Strong?
that he's worth
Yeah,
if we could sneak him to the practice squad. I think that would make sense. I think you carry 2 and go maybe a bit deeper at the offensive or defensive line.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. But it's like it's kind of
who's your 2 to keep? Who's your 2 to keep?
It's got to be Gardner and
Hurts.
Gardner and Jalen. Yeah,
Just want to make sure
that should be a no-brainer.
Who's on the practice squad?
I mean, I don't know that's in it. Makes it to practice squad. I think Carson Strong ends up passing through waivers and lands on practice squad.
I think that too.
What is your guys' mentality as to why? Because like from what I've seen, why does Carson Strong do you think make it on the practice squad over Reed Stennett?
He hasn't really done anything yet.
Yeah, but the way that I'm looking at it is like for these first 2 preseason games, they've really waited the entire game before they threw Carson Strong in. And if my takeaway from that is they're not seeing much from him in practice. So if he's not getting opportunities in the game because he's not performing well in practice, isn't Reed Stennett the better quarterback between the 2?
What I'm saying is I don't think if you cut Stennett, he makes it to the practice squad. I think somebody's gonna snatch him off of waivers.
It's fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's probably why they're not playing Strong as much. They're trying to see if Stidham could beat Strong out because you brought Strong in, and Stidham has been around. He's got a little longer than 2, and he's not shown us anything. So I think they keep Strong on practice squad to try to bring him along. But the word I heard is he's not well versed on the playbook just yet.
Yeah.
So
he been like a developmental year. You protect him on the practice squad. He's one of your protected dudes. Give him a year to get acclimated. But I think he could. I mean, Carson Strong, coming into the draft before everything happened, people were projecting him all over the place. But I think at worst, he could be a quality backup quarterback in the NFL. So
2
QBs.
2 QBs, yeah.
2
What you think, again?
I'm honestly thinking Sinnett gets cut, and so does Strong, but Sinnett gets picked up by somebody. Carson might go ahead and pass waivers, but I think we're going to go ahead and pass on him, and I think we're going to go outside the box or maybe bring somebody else in.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be some good quarterbacks that end up getting cut too.
So we're gonna say 2 with Carson Strong on the practice squad.
Yeah, but also to what Prime just said, we might go outside the box, and it might be somebody who's been in their system that's young that gets released, and they're able to garner from them, so then they can put them on the practice squad, or they might keep 3 quarterbacks because this is one of those type people that keep 3 quarterbacks. So,
hey Ev, is there a way that you can keep the list of 53?
Do you want the ticker all the way at the bottom, or do you want?
No, this is one hell of a time to start doing it.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Go to the next position, Dad. I'm at the mule list.
No pressure.
We're gonna be put damn Skippy in the bathroom. Now we talk about the running back position right now. I mean, the running back position has been the last couple of weeks has been a super topic of conversation. You talk about the Hunt's talk. You talk about Josh Jacobs talk. You talk about Kenny Drake just got released. There's numerous guys that have been brought up. So right now, as much as some of y'all Eagle fans have putting dirt on his grave already, running back. I'm going with 3 running backs right now. I'm going with 3 running backs. Can we agree on 3 running backs?
Yeah, I think that's
Miles Scott and
does this look okay?
Yeah, and Gainwell.
Yeah.
Everyone's
agreeing. Oh my God, everyone's agreeing here.
I'm on board with this one. All
right, let's keep it going.
I'm thinking they're gonna keep they probably put another one on practice squad though.
Does anyone want to bring up why 3 is a perfect number?
Because somebody is Mr. Glass. And they run east to west.
Stop playing.
But
too
also, I mean, his ability, like he has elements of Shady McCoy in his game, though, man. It's like when he does decide that he wants to get upfield, when he does decide he wants to make
Yeah,
plays.
but he has to
Miles
decide.
Sanders
That's
is
the
tough,
problem,
bro.
sir.
But when he breaks one, I better not hear you. Yeah.
Oh, you know he will. You know he
I
will.
don't give a damn if he break one or not. But yeah, it's like
Shout
that's still not. That's if you break one at the end of the game and we get our ass kicked, I don't care. Really?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
won't care neither.
I want him to take that one cut. You watched
go.
that first drive
Yeah.
with Boston Scott, and he's done this before, but he always it's just like Prime said it you said it last week, Prime. He always reverts back to doing that stupid stuff. Let me see.
Yeah.
You got your post. You took his poster down.
No, it's on the other side. It's on the other side.
Yeah,
It ain't down.
Yeah,
It ain't coming
right.
down, man. It's on the other side. It ain't
Yeah,
coming down.
right.
I'm
I
riding with Miles,
believe.
man. But I'm gonna stick to what I said last week. It's the truth. He goes
Yeah,
back
that's
to
what
his
I'm saying.
bad habits. If he could just get away from those bad habits, I really think he's gonna have a tremendous year, man. I'm not gonna go ahead and sleep on him. We didn't get to see nothing much. I know he got hurt in practice. That's all right. Heal up, see what happens. But you leave that dumb shit alone, man. I really think you're gonna have a good year, and I'm confident in it.
Now, like the talk has been Kareem Hunt. Shout out to DC Daryl.
What up, Daryl?
What up, brother?
Everybody has been talking about Kareem Hunt. The feelings initial.
I'm out.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I watched him drag that girl. I'm good. We don't need.
I mean,
I'm just saying we don't
so you
need
gonna get me
we
in
don't
on
need a problem.
You going that? I'm not even gonna comment on that, bro.
Relax.
I'm gonna leave it
bro.
alone.
Yeah, leave it alone. It was
I'm gonna
on
leave it
tape though,
alone.
man. Come on, you got
It
too much
was,
to lose.
but the
Stop it.
context behind what happened there is very drastically different than a lot of these other instances.
Oh yeah, I understand that portion, but where you are, and it's been you can no longer say that. Oh, my bad. Oh, it's just been dumb. It's like social media. It's out there. When you do something stupid, you can guarantee it. It's gonna be on ESPN or whatever other social outlet is gonna be. I was like, you have to take the onus on yourself. You have to take the onus yourself to not get in those stupid situations.
So Uncle Hollis is out on nephew Kareem. I think right now, if you're trying to play the cheap role, if you're looking for other positions that you potentially want to trade for, I mean, on paper would be nice, but this is the three right now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we all agreed here.
Yes,
No, I'm not surprised.
It's not hard to agree, bro.
I'm not surprised.
It's not hard. No.
I'm not surprised. You guys are smart.
It's only when Evan start acting up, and then we gotta, derail the whole conversation.
I will say in reference to the running backs though that I was a little bit disappointed that DeAndre Torrey had already gotten cut. I wanted to see some more of him out of the third preseason game.
Yeah,
I
don't think he impressed him enough. And like it was a bunch of hitting going on early, and some of the guys kind of canceled themselves out early because the defense in practice they've been bringing that thigh out because we actually have some linebackers now. So
absolutely,
they're bringing they're bringing that wood.
they laying that wood.
Yeah,
now
laying that thigh out.
Now the wide receiver position. The wide receiver position has also been a little spicy on the back end. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's a Rager trade on the timeline every weekend, every week, every day. So we're like talk about numbers here, just right off the bat. Everybody across the table in the chat, what y'all thinking 5 here or 6?
I'm thinking 6.
I mean, if we ended up taking 2 quarterbacks, that's opening up another spot for us.
And that's why I'm big on the 2 quarterbacks. Don't waste another spot for a dude that's not going to play. I mean, it's like it's a disaster if our third quarterback is now starting at some point. And honestly, you could probably find somebody that's better than Reese and that to start games for you. So,
G Ward.
Like one of these positions,
G Ward. Thank you.
I'll take G Ward over Reese and that, to be frank. Yeah. But yeah, I think 6, or if we go 5 again, I think it'll be important to potentially maybe carry an extra offensive lineman. Like we got a deep group of linemen that we'll get to in a second. But 5 or 6, let's get into who they are though, because that's the question, right? Like I think we know our top 4. Who are those last 1 or 2 people that we get a chance to see in action?
Now you saw Deon Cain get busy on some of these back shoulder fades.
busy,
He's been
man.
providing,
He's fine.
he's been providing that consistency throughout camp. I know a lot of beats are in favor of Kane. You talk about Rager, who
Yeah.
no, I'm just his
I know
his
what you- I know-
identity.
he's been
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
He's
like
been
his
hasn't been bad though.
no, I mean, but as
Yeah,
far as
yeah.
identity, you talk about
Yeah.
him being Howie's project. He was a first round pick. There's ego involved here. Then you talk about Greg Ward on the back end, who's been injured, has been a reliable guy the last couple years. Who else? Any
like
other
Ward.
guys on the back
Jack
end?
Pascal, you
Ward
didn't mention.
makes
I don't
it.
think.
No,
Yeah,
I think
Pascal.
Pascal's in. I
Pascal's
think
a top four a
I think
lot.
Pascal's
Yeah,
in.
Pascal's a top 4 a lot.
No,
Covey,
that's-
Britton Covey.
Britton
how
Covey.
we-
You
he
got
hasn't
Devin
done
To be
enough.
honest,
Allen.
Covey hasn't shown me enough, man. I was
Yeah.
coming into
I agree.
this.
You talking about is that the hurdler?
No, that's Devin Allen.
That's the
Devin
hurdler.
Devin
Devin Allen. I was just say you almost got to keep that tender speed. I don't know if y'all watched that play. Wasn't
Oh,
nobody.
yeah.
He gave dude one step and the dude stepped the
It was
wrong
gone.
way. And
Yeah,
it was
he was out of there.
bye. I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Old Eagles cornerback. What's his name? Levert Hill.
yeah,
Gerald
Gerald Levert, the
Levert.
cousin.
Gerald Levert, little son. They call
All
him
right, so
Lil
we got
Levert.
AJ Brown, we got Smitty, we got
Mhm.
Quez, we got Pascal. Who's our 5th wide receiver at this point?
I personally lean Kane. I think he's
I should
earned
say-
it, man.
I like,
Yeah,
I
I
like
was gonna
Kane
say-
too.
Yeah,
He's been
Kane.
around too. He's been around a
Kane.
couple years on the practice
Mhm.
squad. Like, I think he's earned a spot, man.
Kane.
I think you gotta
Yeah.
go regular last. I think the shade sort of
Yo,
hit the nail on the
G
head.
Ward
there.
isn't on this list either. Is he
Nah,
getting?
I didn't ever think Ward was gonna make it.
I think
Yeah.
I think the love
Yeah.
affair with having a guy that's versatile is
Yeah.
there, but he's just. I guess if you want to move on and move on, I feel like
if you're gonna move on, you got to let go of Rager.
That's
Go.
what-
It's
Took
like
the
it's
words
like
out of my
when-
mouth.
Or-
it's like
but
it's-
see, for
it's like-
me, Rager offers a little bit more in that versatility bucket than Ward does, because Ward is not really going to give you those return numbers. Like, yeah, Rager hasn't done well, but if we giving Jonathan Gannon another chance, then we're going to give this damn Rager another chance. If we just giving chances, we throwing chances around. But I think Rager showed enough to me in this training camp that he should get a shot at it. He hasn't been a detriment. He hasn't been a minus. He's done enough consistently day in and day out to be on this roster as the 5th wide receiver.
I mean,
In
you're
my
talking about
opinion.
5. You're talking about 5. Like, to me, 5 is like that's an afterthought, but just him not being relied upon and coming in for.
No.
I take it, but if you're gonna hold him on to trade him, then okay, that's still an option. So
I
How
like
does-
Kane and I like Kane and Allen personally.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
because it's like
I
it's-
think Rager
you-
gets
you-
traded
you
personally.
can't
Allen,
go speed.
what has
53
Allen
cut
showed in
down.
camp though? What has Allen
Yeah,
showed in
He
camp
shows
besides that play?
speed.
So
Speed.
are we-
What else do you need to see?
I'm just
That
saying.
puts when he's out there. That puts everybody on notice. On
Well,
notice.
he had
I
a
feel like
Leave-
Devin Allen is like the perfect practice squad candidate for this
Practice
year,
squad.
bro. Just to get him
Practice
back
squad. You
acclimated.
would
to
want
So
him
you
on-
playing
think
the
Devin
game.
Allen
You-
ends up getting plucked just because of his speed,
You,
though?
you think?
So.
You might get a
Mostly-
shot. You might get a shot, but I'm saying,
Okay.
what has he shown?
But
besides-
he
he had
can't
another
crack
player in
this,
camp.
this top 5. I don't see where Devin Allen really makes sense over Kane or even over Rager, man. At least we know Rager can play NFL football. It might not be pretty, but he'll run around and run some routes.
I
and do
don't
some
know,
things.
man.
So
I
you'd be
I
willing
think-
to pass up. You'd be willing to pass up. These two.
Devin Allen,
Devin Allen, and
Over.
and
I'm a
Covey.
pass. I'm a pass.
yeah, I will pass
Devin
on
Allen
both
and
of them.
Covey. And,
I'll pass on both
and
of them.
go ahead and
I might
give
take Covey.
Rager another chance.
I will pass on both of them and
Yeah.
carry
Yeah,
Derek
see,
and
that's-
carry
that's
Jalen
what-
Rager.
See, that's the we drafted him in the first round.
Nah,
He's
nah.
not a first round talent. He
Because
sucks
for me,
ass.
Because
He
for
sucks
me,
ass,
it's not even about the fact that we took him in the first round. Like, I completely comprehend
what is
sunken
it?
cost. He's shown enough to make the team, bro.
What has he shown?
That he's not a complete
No,
liability like we
what has
thought he
shown?
was.
I
mean,
would like to hear.
I would
it,
say
Bob.
in camp,
I love you,
he's
Bob,
shown
but what
more.
has he
He
shown?
said more. He's shown more than Devin Allen has. Britton Covey's been hurt half the time, bro. So like Covey came in, he was supposed to be the like special teams maven, and he been taking third team looks. So in the end of the day, I feel like Jalen Rager has shown enough aside from his draft pedigree We could throw that out the window. Yeah, Prime right here, but Prime got a whole Carson Wentz statue above his head. So, I can't trust him.
Mark, get off my Carson Wentz shit, all right? You need to leave that shit alone. If you're willing to give this piece of shit one more year, you might as well bring Carson Wentz back.
I was about to say,
bring Carson Wentz back.
Whoa.
Hey, we never doing that,
man.
Tranquilo.
Pause.
So do we decide on 5 or 6?
We have it.
The spotlight
So right now we have
on you,
AJ
man.
Brown, Smitty, Quez, Pascal, and Kane, and then depending on what we're trying to do with this last spot.
Can we get? Does this look all right to y'all?
So we
It
got
looks
five.
it looks all right. Just take Jalen Ray off. He on the bubble.
Okay, with this thought process, right?
Quick
With the
raise of
thought
hand.
process, if you're gonna trade Rager, right?
Yes.
He could be potential trade bait. So if you keep him on the roster, I don't have issues.
So you're
But
saying, just to clarify, Gail, are you saying keep Rager on the team to use as a trade piece later on?
I mean, but he's back end. So it's
Doesn't
really,
that
to me,
say a lot?
he's
If
back
we're
end.
sitting here saying that Devin Allen may or may not get picked up on the practice squad, Britton Covey probably won't, but Jalen Rager has the opportunity to get traded for some sort of value. Doesn't that tell you that he's the better option of those 3 players? That's just common sense to me.
I think that there's pedigree that comes into that decision, though, as well, because I think that there's other teams out there that'll be like, "Hey, this guy was a first round, taken in the first round, and he has a skill set that he showed off in the preseason. Why not take a flyer on him?"
And I'm okay if the trade happens before the season starts.
Yeah, thank you. Because I personally don't want to get locked up in the same crap over again. He's shown us what he can do, which is absolutely nothing. I was like, the practice stuff that we're speaking of. I've seen that movie before. He's done great in a bunch of practices.
But, need to see him do it in the game.
You don't watch reruns?
I'm gonna speak straight hyperbole right here.
Okay.
Mailata through his first 2 seasons in the NFL, people was having very similar conversations, right? Sometimes it just takes people longer to click. I mean, maybe you weren't. I don't know. But there's a lot of talking heads that was not trying to keep Mailata and give him a chance to develop, bro.
Now, Ma, I got to call you on this one. Mailata has never played football before.
Okay. That don't change the fact that talking heads wanted that man cut 2 years into his transition to the NFL.
I never wanted him cut.
Hey, I wanted him drafted here.
I never wanted him cut.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I never wanted him cut.
I'm trying to fill out this damn ass ticker here. So we got Kane or we got Rager. What's going on?
We got Kane. Kane is a lock.
Kane's locked.
Right?
We got 5 right now.
Cool 6. We cool 6?
No.
We don't have a consensus for who the 6th person is.
If we bounce Rager in a trade right now and then just carry the 5, I'm happy, man.
I'm happy.
So
let's go like that.
Let's go like that.
6 for now.
So Rager's sticking as the 6th, but trade candidate.
Yeah. Okay. Can we all agree? Because all we got to do is outnumber one of the. We got to outnumber.
I'll agree begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Rager will be going by week 1.
Wow, man. Hey, that was very spicy. That was very spicy. A lot of people.
I feel like anytime
I need
Rager
some
comes
sour
up,
cream.
It's gonna get spicy.
Yeah, no, he sucks.
Especially with me.
He bites the big one.
Okay, so if we're gonna throw something in the mix, who's our punt returner right now?
Jordan Mailata.
You have Rager, who has return kicks. You have Covey, who is now on the practice squad. No, practice squad. I'd say practice squad.
Edgar wants to know how is Kane a lock. We talked for like an hour. Edgar's upset in the comments right now. He's trying to figure it out.
I never said Kane was a lock.
What you guys thought on
speed is definitely different, without a question. I don't dispute that part, but I do dispute the fact that he's more of a track runner than a football player at this point, right? And so giving him a year to get back acclimated to playing football full time, I think is in his best interest. I don't know that you do that with him as the last player on your roster, right? Like that final dude in the wide receiver room. I don't know that benefits the other folks in that room. I think Jalen Rager is a better football player. Hey, people could feel how they feel about that opinion. That's my opinion. I think he's better at football than Covey and Devin Allen. And so in the end of the day, does he get flipped? Does he not get flipped?
let's look at potential and ceiling though. So like we talked about how Devin Allen needs
Isn't
time to
Jalen
develop.
Rager younger than both of these people we're
It's
talking
not about
about?
that. But what's his rate? What is
Yo,
his rate
breakout
of
age is a
progression?
real thing, bro. We're talking
the-
about a 27 going on 28-year-old. What is his ceiling, dog? He's
Well,
firmly in his prime and breakout age, and he's barely getting mentioned as a person to make.
Well, he
this
hasn't
team
been
right
playing
now.
since 2016, man.
Because he figured out that he was better at track than football.
When's Rager going to figure out that football is not for him?
When it's Carson Wentz. I mean, people still, as long as them
Oh,
checks keep
God.
coming in, people gonna keep catching them.
Ooh. So we got
Right.
a long list here. We got a long list. We can still argue at the end now. We can still argue at the end. Let's move right along to the tight end position. Should be fairly easy transition.
I want blood.
You want blood?
Okay.
I'm in the mood for some blood too.
Okay. All right. Concerned Dad Evan was talking about Calcaterra, but I think Calcaterra as a draft pick is a guy who's, I think he's done enough in camp. I'd have to say Dallas Goedert being a god here, and then we're gonna go Jack Stoll.
Yeah,
I mean, Tyree Jackson just got put on the
pup.
Pup, and then Tangiai really hasn't shown me anything.
Yeah, he had to show you nothing.
Showed a little, but not enough to keep him.
I think Calcaterra as a pass catching option makes a lot of sense to be added, right? That like he has some juice at that tight end position. If you wanted to get him out there on the field at the same time with Dallas Goedert, like you can justify that. I think Jack Stoll showed enough, right? That like he has the ability to block. He can catch when called on, right? He's a special teams dude. And so, I mean, I'm not arguing with this three. I think that it makes sense. I think that all three players are good football players and add something of value to the team.
Right. Thank you, Maul.
I like it. I agree with the three tight end positions.
That was a good one.
Everyone's agreeing.
It'd be hard to carry two tight ends, yo. I think that's a dangerous proposition, especially with Goddard, who tends to miss a little bit of time here and there. You just want to carry an extra dude just in case.
Absolutely.
DC Darrell agrees here. Jason chimes in from Iowa talking about Richard Rodgers. Dick Rod is on the bat phone. We kind of talked about Dick Rod before the season.
He's ready for the call up whenever.
He's on the bat phone. Like you call him up, you're like,
And he's definitely one of those like veterans that gets cut right before week one, and then they potentially re-sign him so they don't guarantee his contract. You know how all of that stuff works.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I mean, Calcaterra wasn't brought here to block. They said the same thing about how many tight ends that we've had. Like that's why transitioning into the NFL as a tight end is one of the hardest positions.
Hell, man, we brought a wide receiver in to block, bro. I'm down to bring a tight end in to block.
You talking about J-Jaw?
Yeah, it goes to J-Jaw.
Oh God,
it's funny. Nathan's already chiming in on Rager as we moved on to the other position.
People hate that boy, man. They can't stand that boy, man.
Is that my fault?
It is your fault, actually. I feel like you done led the charge on this, bro.
You got Rager's name spray painted on that wall, bro.
hey, y'all, it's I don't think it's him leading the charge. I think it's Rager is when he was on social media, and just not producing,
too, bro. And his dad did not help at all going over with Eagles.
No, his dad. The funny thing is, his dad worked for the Eagles, right? And then,
did he work for the Eagles? I know he played.
Yeah. So the fact that he's up in people's DMs talking, I would defend my son too, but not in that sense.
Not like that, though. I'm not.
It's gonna get screenshotted. You can't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's Philly, bro. Like
screenshotted.
Philadelphia, like we spicy as Eagles Twitter is spicy, dog. I can't speak for other team Twitters. I don't know. I don't really get into Eagles Twitter is hella toxic. And you got so many trolls in here that get off from pissing you off that like you just can't show it. And the highlights what he was saying earlier about Hunt and his social media sort of world, you really just gotta eat that, bro. The best way to prove somebody wrong is on the field. Why are you arguing with us on Twitter, bro? You losing 100% of that.
So I feel like we had a good conversation on tight ends. Didn't take too long. That's a win right there. That is a win. That is a win.
I'm also, because I know that none of you guys are, I'm keeping a running tally of how many people before we get to like, oh wait, how many players have we said we're gonna keep on this squad?
I'm keeping the count too.
I'm just making sure because I know we would have gotten there at some point. We'd have 55 players.
Well, that comes down. See, that comes down to the end of the pod because then you're gonna realize.
I'm also keeping the tally
bubble
too. So
dude.
I got you.
So moving right along the offensive line here. I'll name them off. You say yes, no.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's knock the starters out the way.
Jordan Mailata,
Yeah.
Landon Dickerson,
Lock.
Jason Kelsey,
Lock.
Isaac Sumalo, Lane
God.
Johnson, Andre Dillard, Sua Opeta,
Whoa.
Now we're starting to get into the territory.
Hold on,
Jack
wait a minute.
Driscoll.
Jack Driscoll's
Hold on.
there.
Let's get Jurgens in there because we know
Cam?
for a fact.
No,
that-
Cam Jurgens. And Cam Jurgens.
Yeah.
That's 9 right there. Does anyone disagree with
Say-
any of those guys that call?
You said 9.
No.
I counted 5.
So we got Mailata, Dickerson, Kelsey, Omalo, Johnson, Jurgens. You said Sua Opeta, right?
Yep.
Sua. Yep.
Jack Driscoll.
Sue is probably gonna be
And
an odd man out.
Driscoll definitely makes it. God, I wish they would try him out, freaking right guard. I feel like
Who,
him or
Jack
Cam
Driscoll?
Jurgens might be the answer, bro.
Yeah.
Right guard worries the hell out of me, son.
Yeah. Isaac Samalu.
See. So you don't get lost here. I mean, here's our tackles here.
Well, I don't think LaRaven ended up making it though.
Yeah, LaRaven was
He's
getting
been
his
getting
ass kicked.
smoked.
I
by
think,
third teamers.
like
Like, he's
Newport.
been
I
getting
think one of the
smoked.
offensive linemen actually he checked in with a little
like a
something to
whole
say
new
before the
player,
show.
son.
Who that?
I wish Hollis would stop calling me Big Pudding. Quite frankly, I don't enjoy it or appreciate it. I got a little thug life in me, and you'll see it.
Yo, Dillard gonna put his hands on somebody for 4th of July, man, and I'm gonna just sit back and record that shit.
Please record it because if he put his big beaters on me,
I thought we was giving him love right there. Like he's got the thug life. He got the thug life.
Yes.
Hollis, stop speaking on my man's name. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
Hollis, he gonna catch you on one of them bag hip days, boy, and work you out, son.
yeah, he gonna get a workout. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Try Jesus, but please don't try me. Because I know hands.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3,
So-
4,
so-
5,
so-
6,
so,
7. We got
look.
8 right now.
Look at the guards here. All right, Coyote. Like I mean, he's been some fan favorites like Coyote.
Yo,
I just
Josh
like saying
Sills,
ayahuasca.
bro. Josh Sills has been playing well, bro.
Yeah.
Josh Sills has definitely been playing well.
This
Well
is gonna
enough
be rough.
considering.
They're keeping Sua, man, because Sua.
Sua can play
definitely
both.
Getting cut. He's getting cut.
You think
No,
Sua's
Sua-
getting cut?
I don't think Sua's gonna get cut.
I don't
He might
think he
get.
gets cut.
I don't.
Oh,
That's gonna be rough right there because the kid out of Buffalo, he's a beast.
Oh, Sills.
Yeah, out of Buffalo,
You think they get away
University of
from Isaac?
Buffalo.
You think they get away from Isaac this year?
I don't think they get away from him because I think they paid him too much, and
Yeah, I
then
don't think they cut him.
they high, and then they high. Everybody's high on him. You know how many arguments I had
The
about people that
African
don't watch
boy
film?
is a good lineman.
Say
That's
what?
a hell of a statement, son. Sports King, the African boy is a good lineman. That's a hell of a-
Oh yeah, that's it. Well,
I'm
that's
not-
the dude out of
I
University
don't
of
think you
Buffalo.
can say that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did.
No,
But
you
hey,
can't say
the
it.
guy said it. He said it. It's over.
The people have a request
Yeah,
too. Prime.
Primo, man. And I text you. You got to turn
Turn
the
up the
joint
mic,
brother.
Prime.
I'm sorry, man. Damn.
What was that?
AJ, AJ said turn it
I
up.
didn't see no text.
There you go. You got
AJ
to
said,
speak
"Turn
into
it
the
up."
mic,
All
homie.
right, my bad.
You had it off to the side, my guy.
False.
The offensive line is
I
going
said
to
what I said, my boy.
be. The offensive line is going to be interesting because
Yeah.
those are some of the guys we can still put on practice squad. But you know, Jack Driscoll. He's given us work before. You got to put the guys who's given us work before.
Yeah.
The
Gale's
Clark
out on
kid-
the Raven.
So we got 8. So we got 8 right now, right? So we
You think-
have
you-
Mailata, Dickerson, Kels, Seumalo, Johnson, Jurgens, Sua, Driscoll, and Dillard. Those are our 8 as of right now. Are we set on 8? We carrying 9? How
Are we-
y'all feeling?
Are we 9? Are we at 9 right now?
Cameron's
I think
going.
Dude, I've liked what I've seen out of Jack Anderson, man.
That's what I was just saying.
I didn't add Jack Anderson. I didn't add the quote unquote African boy, and
He's out of University of
I didn't
Buffalo.
add Josh Sills.
It's very questionable that you're posting that without a profile
boy.
pic,
He's
man.
an sports king. He is a good lineman.
Ayahuasca.
That is funny.
Ayahuasca.
So what you want to add? Y'all want to add Anderson on there?
Let's see here. How many guards do we have?
Well, you got Sills too, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Josh
Yes,
Sills.
Josh Sills has played well, man.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he makes it to the practice squad, yo.
Yeah.
Like somebody will eventually
Would you keep
pick
him
up.
over Anderson? I think I would consider that.
Man, that's
Do you
a
see
good
somebody
question.
picking him up if he makes it to
I
the
see-
practice squad?
I see people
Anderson
picking
or
up.
Sills?
Yeah, Anderson.
I see people.
I think any of them really.
Yeah,
I think somebody's
you
gonna
look
take a
at-
stab at almost any of them.
Yeah, because they had most of the guys have had a pretty good training camp, and
Yep.
everybody gets to see the tape. If you watch our offense in both of the games, they've been mowing down the lines, the opposing
Yep.
team's lines. So they're gonna get some shots. So it's I still like the kid out of Buffalo. He's been mowing them down.
so you
And
want
plus
to
he
add
can play
Sills.
both. Plus he can play both guard and tackle. So
And that's what I love about Driscoll is
Yeah.
that position versatility.
yeah, that's why
So
you
add-
keep Driscoll.
So you want to add Sills in there?
So that's 10.
That's 10.
So
And then Dillard's potential
Trade before the season starts.
Look,
Is that, can we all agree on that?
yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's similar to the Rager situation, right? You hold them, trade them, and then
Yeah,
you
why
also
not?
have
So
are we
if
adding
Andre-
Sills on?
Right. So if Andre gets traded before the season, on that gives us the opportunity to bring one of those other guys back.
So yeah, who would the person be?
I say
I
Sills.
say Sills.
Sills over
Yeah.
Anderson.
I mean, Anderson plays guard and center, right? I think we have enough depth at center to where
Yeah,
probably be better to have a tackle guard combo.
right. And the kid out of Buffalo plays both tackle and guard.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a beast. I'm just letting you know.
So Mailata, Dickerson, Kelsey, Sayamalu, Johnson, Dillard, Opeta, Driscoll, Juergens, and Sills for rounded out at 10 right there.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
I don't know.
Locking it in. All right.
Sills, huh? Josh Sills, huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't bad, right? No.
Nah, it was
No, come on,
decent.
man.
10 O-line. That brings us to
Yo,
24
this man's
people that have
sports
made the
king, son.
roster so far.
That's what he says, though. African
Yeah,
ball.
this man's sports king, son.
So we got 10 there. 10, right? 10 F.
Yep.
That brings us to 24. We got 29 to go.
All right, I think I might have
Hey,
to. I think I might have put Sports King in the bathroom here, man.
Why? What do you?
God. Well,
I mean, come on, man.
What is? What did I miss?
is it still going?
How that?
I just worked
Nah, he's not. He is. He's good. Or they're good.
He's good. He's good. Defensive end. Defensive end has been. They've been holding it down at the defensive end position. I think the Eagles have gotten that position right for a little while. Being the elder statesman, Brandon Graham. It took some time for him to develop, y'all. Just saying. Josh Sweat. Can we?
Yep.
Everyone. All called. Let's go. Derek Barnett.
Ugh.
Can't get right. He headbutted me. Oh, sorry.
How about Teron Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
think
4.
They
I think
drafted.
Teron makes it.
That's 4 defensive
I think-
ends.
I think. You see, are they playing Hassan Reddick? Or are they playing him at linebacker?
Linebacker.
Yeah, we'll put him at the same linebacker position too.
Yeah,
We'll go
Jackson
Or if we,
makes
I
it.
mean, should we do this potentially like pass rushers versus defensive linemen?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Well,
what
I
was
mean,
Oh. And now we take
He
over the
hated
show.
that question, man. He
Yeah,
hated
boy.
that question.
Now we can
We've
get
been
down
waiting
to
for Gil to
business,
get up
yo.
out of here, man.
Now we
Put
get
him
down
in the
to
bathroom.
Let's get down to
Alright,
business.
so
Let's
the
talk
way-
kickers.
so the way-
Who wants to start it?
No, fuck the kickers. Let's talk long snappers. No.
Hollis, shut up. Hollis, shut up. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. Fletcher Cox. Oh, damn, he's
Ah, damn it. he
Just
came
a bit outside.
back.
Now we're back to playing QB.
But no,
shuffle,
I'm
okay.
saying just thinking about it from the standpoint of like pass rushers, so like designated pass rush folks versus like defensive linemen versus off-ball linebackers, just because it seems like they're gonna rotate through a lot of those different pass rushers, despite if they defensive ends or outside linebackers. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Good thought. But
I think it's a good
you
thought. I
didn't
think
say
they
that
keep.
when he got off the screen.
But you know,
They
I said,
gotta-
yeah, I said, hey, we don't even need him. We could do this without him. And then he came
But
back.
I think the
I'm like,
D line is still going to be probably 8. You're probably going to have 4 tackles and 4 ends.
Yeah.
And some of the because some of the ends interchange going around to the inside as well.
So right now we have Graham, Sweat, Barnett, and Teron Jackson as our 4 defensive ends. So we sitting with those 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So interior defensive linemen, we got who? Davis.
Cox. We got Cox, Hargrove.
Hold on.
So we go with defensive
I
end.
agree with that, Barnett. I ain't agree with that.
Well, what we're talking
Well,
about?
you
that.
gonna put over there with Barnett?
I'm just saying, I ain't agree with that.
Yo, put him in the.
Who else?
Who got the bathroom button, man?
Put me in the bathroom. Go ahead, put me in the bathroom. Okay.
Got the bathroom button.
It's not like I haven't been in the bathroom before. I hold the record for being in the bathroom.
Yeah,
you
that
do
was the
not.
funniest draft, son.
This is the
That was
defensive
funny.
end group right here. We're cool with this.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go moving right along to defensive tackle. Obviously, there's some guys in here. Tell me if there's any guys that you want to add. I got Fletcher Cox,
Yep.
Javon Hargrave, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Marlon Tuipulotu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Hey.
think we need to add anyone there.
And it seems like they're in love with Tuipulotu. Like, been
Yeah.
hearing a lot of stuff from the coaching staff about being really high on him.
Yeah, he's got great hands and stuff though.
Mm-hmm.
Who's as being a defensive lineman? Hollis.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite guy of this group right here?
I thought you was talking to me. I was like, yeah, I did a little bit of that. You feel me?
right now it's between Fletch and Fletch. I like Fletch, Javon, and Jordan because of their skill set. They just run over them, just like destroy them, seek and destroy.
Hargrave gonna be that sleeper this year, bro.
Who that?
Hargrave. He gonna be that.
I mean, Hargrave was like a borderline Pro Bowler last year, man.
He
Like,
was a Pro
I'm
Bowler
excited.
last
I'm excited.
It's gonna open up for him, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really see that.
Especially they've been playing him a little bit at 5 technique too, so like he can get back to. Ooh,
Yep.
It's gonna be nice.
It's
bro.
gonna be hopefully it's gonna be nice. We'll see what Jonathan Gannon does. For us.
Gannon dials up.
Yeah.
All right. I thought we moved her along nice and quickly.
Swing it, we moving, bro.
Mike, Will, Sam, in linebacker positions. Let me edit that right there. That's
That was Cox, Hargrave, Davis.
What happened to it? What happened to it, sucker?
we're doing some editing here. So middle linebackers
Multitasking.
here. TJ Edwards.
Yeah.
Kaiser White.
Nakobe
Dean, everyone's favorite here. Davion Taylor.
Dean.
Sean Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley makes the team just for special teams purposes.
And then your Sam linebackers, Hassan Reddick, Kyron Johnson, who are going to be, edge rushers as well. But because then we also have Johnson, one of our draft picks from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he makes it.
Who? Patrick Johnson?
Yeah.
They've been talking Patrick Johnson up though, man. Like it's been a lot of.
No, you sure it hasn't been
chatter.
Jackson? You sure it hasn't been Jackson?
I've seen
Karen
both.
Jackson, you mean?
Yeah. Jackson been handling business though.
I know we have Kyron Johnson in his cousin in the chat, so you know which way he's rolling. So any spicy takes here? Everybody cool with this here? That's 1, 2,
I don't know. I think
3,
Patrick
4,
Johnson
5,
actually
6,
replaces
7.
one of those guys. Sean Bradley or
Nah, they love him on special teams.
not Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor and Kyron Johnson.
We're not trading for Gary, bro. Get it out of your mind.
Jannard Avery got released today.
Bernard
From the
Avery, yeah, I
Steelers.
saw that.
He got released from the Steelers.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Speaking of Steelers linebackers, I also saw an article today that was comparing Nakobe Dean to Ryan Shazier. Wow. Like, if we can get a Ryan Shazier out of him, man,
Ryan Shazier didn't play. He didn't play long enough to do anything.
30.
Yeah, but he didn't play long enough.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand the comparison. I'm just saying what I saw.
Me neither. I'm just saying. I didn't understand the comparison either. I don't think he played long enough to do anything. So to do anything spectacular, he played. He was good, but that was pretty much it.
So is anyone in besides? I think Prime was talking about bringing Patrick Johnson back.
That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I like that opinion too.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad opinion.
I was just waiting
to
see what the mustache was going to say.
You get some position versatility. Yo, watch yourself, yo. I know where you at, Jersey. I know where you at. Don't do that. I'm gonna pull up. What you mean? The mustache. How dare you?
He called you Carl Weathers, man.
Yo, I'm looking on the screen. I'm like, the mustache. Oh, that's me. Nah, I like Patrick Johnson, man. I think it's tough because, like you said, put him on over Davion. I don't know that I disagree with that. I mean, Davion Taylor has had ample opportunity to show what he's capable of. That missed tackle versus Josh Dobbs was just like,
oh god,
bro,
man.
I get it. You're not sure he's stepping out or whatever. Push him out of bounds, dog. Right? Like, don't pull up. Put some hands on him.
When you guys was talking about it, I just watched him get put on his back by the second or third team. So, talking about Davion Taylor. Yikes.
So we going Patrick over Taylor?
Yeah.
We have 36 players as of right now. If we carry 7,
what is the cap hit on the cut of Davion Taylor?
He was a draft pick, so it's not that bad.
I can't imagine it's that bad.
Yeah, he was a draft pick, so.
So we're oof. My thing is like, okay, if we're finally get to a period in time where the Eagles are starting to release players because they should be released because they haven't done it.
Right.
This is the year to do it.
Yeah. So you said what's his cap hit?
If we doing it, then why we still got Dillon and Rager? I got
$1.2 million if
I'll be right back.
Rid of him now.
Got
I'll
you.
be right back.
Yeah, it's not bad, bro. Like you could walk away from Davion Taylor, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I really think that. Yeah, House is handling business, but I think that I agree with you guys' sentiment on Patrick Johnson over Davion Taylor. I mean, Davion Taylor hasn't done anything to tell me that he's absolutely earned a spot on this roster, especially over other guys that are still competing.
He did have that force fumble during against the Broncos, that big play.
Talking about Davion.
Devin Allen had a nice touchdown.
I love what Davion Taylor could be
in a regular season game.
I love what Davion Taylor in theory could be, right? That like he has the skills, but Gail, you and I talked about that transition from that star spot to playing traditional linebacker in the NFL was going to be a huge jump for him. I think the Eagles made a mistake of cross-training Davion Taylor across all 3 linebacker positions as a rookie. I think that set him back. He should have focused on one and allow him to get acclimated to the position versus cross-training him, and then he got no burn anywhere. And so I think that like they kind of did him a disservice to start, but his learning curve was significant. Not playing football as long as many other folks, right? Like relatively new to the game, relatively new to the position in the NFL. The skills are there athletically, but I don't see it clicking up here yet. At least with Patrick Johnson, he gives us some scheme versatility. He could play rush end. He could play a little outside linebacker. So,
oh man,
okay,
feel like a new man.
Yo, you look a couple pounds lighter, my brother.
I was just taking a whiz. Damn, I left my drink all the way over there too.
Yeah, my thing about Davion is like
drinking on the table. So
the drink he got pants on, man. So that's a plus, bro.
We've been waiting for Davion Taylor to come around as a player, start playing fast. You know what I mean? So
long enough though, man.
Yeah. We're waiting for it to click, man. Haven't really seen it yet.
How long we gonna wait?
That's a great question.
This
might be it.
We just figured that out. We just updated the list there.
Wow.
He off the list. He off the
Delicious.
list, guys. We're doing. I think we're doing a phenomenal
This is-
job so far.
I mean, let's
Not
be honest
too
though,
bad.
right? We've talked about this a couple times. I just want to reiterate the fact that like this is exciting to see, right? Like look at the quality of this football team. And to Hollis's point earlier, like Jonathan Gannon has no excuses, bro. You got all the players, all the personnel. You could get freaky exotic with the packages. If we seeing freaky exotic, I said what I said. I'll stand on that business.
Say
so,
less.
Yeah, I'm saying more, brother. And so, you know, if he can capitalize on Jesus Christ. Not that freaky exotic. That's a different freaky exotic. I'm just excited, man. This is a good football team, bro.
So we're moving on to the cornerback position.
No.
Obviously, I think there's a lot of dudes in this corner. There's a lot of dudes in this cornerback group. Let's check it out. Bringing it up right now. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of cornerbacks, dog. So looking at the cornerbacks, this is we have James Bradbury, Mario Goodrich, Tay Gowan, Josh Jobe, Avante Maddox, followed up by Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott,
27.
Darius Slay, Kerry Vincent Jr., Hugo Amadi, who could be a cornerback, safety, versatile piece. So, what say you guys? We can. How many numbers at corner?
How many do we keep? 6 or
14,
7?
bro. Keep about 18 of them balls.
5.
I thought we did keep 5 or 6.
5.
I mean, I saw of the two lists that you just showed me there, I saw 5 definite staying, but
so off this list right here.
What? Slay Jr., Bradbury, Maddox,
I say
Jobe,
Bradbury, Jobe, and Maddox out of that list.
Maddox.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I
There's
say
2.
Zach McPherson, Slay.
Yeah.
Those are the only sure definites to me.
I think
Scott, man.
Josiah Scott makes the team just because of that safety corner. Either him or
Josh
Yuma
Ray,
make the
that's what I've been
team
saying.
because they could
What
both
about-
do
what
because they could do
about-
both.
I've been saying it. Gail hates it. Look,
No, I'm just saying.
Look at
Hey,
pronouncing
wait a
that
minute, hold on.
correctly.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Because
What-
I didn't know how to say it
I
last
see you,
episode,
Ev.
so I learned. I put
I
in
see
the
you,
time and
Ev.
effort.
You
What's
saw
his
his you saw his shorty did a video, right, to help
Josh
everybody
Ray's
say
listed
his
as a
name correct.
safety. He's listed
Yeah.
as safety here over there.
Yeah.
Put him
He
in the
can play
bathroom.
corner
He
as
ain't
well.
making a team.
So
Toast. Oh.
can we go 5? Can we go 5 corners here?
So
I
we
think
got
to.
Slay, Bradbury, Maddox, Jobe, and McPherson.
I say 6,
Yep.
man. 6.
Yeah, I think 6, and you add in Josiah Scott.
Josiah Scott.
Yeah. Just because he's been running second team safety. I don't see how he gets cut at this point.
Yeah.
Was Epps on that? I mean, we just do
That's
corner.
safety, man.
We'll go to safety in a
We
second.
go to safety in a
Corners
second.
right now.
Let me see what you got so far.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
Damn, my man that we traded for doesn't make the cut. Amadi.
What if you're
we
thinking-
traded fucking Zach Ertz for Tay Gowan. He's not gonna make it.
I think that is just tough because he has to learn the playbook so quickly. And he's coming in here against dudes that have already been in the system, some of them more than a year.
He was making some plays.
Yeah, he's a play. He can make plays, and he contributed to that Seattle secondary.
Well, I think the thing you like about Josiah, you got him as a corner and a safety. So
yeah, I think they keep Scott over him.
I guess.
Hollis,
I don't know.
you disagree with Josiah Scott here?
I like him a little bit, but they traded for the other guy, so they didn't. When they trade for somebody, they ain't gonna just let him go. They traded for him for a reason.
So you okay?
So you put
they
Tay
traded
Gowan,
J.
or
off for
you
that,
talking
man. No.
Oh, Hugo Amadi.
I don't know.
So basically, right now, it is Hugo Amadi or Josiah Scott.
I can leave it like I can leave it
positions.
like that though. I can leave it like that though, because
I don't
they
think
make.
Tay Gowan makes it.
Nah, I don't.
But I think what ends up going down is Josiah is brought back as a safety to keep the numbers on the up and up, depending on who he got at safety. Because they got when we look at safety, you have to look at who he got and who plays better. And if he's on second team, up there, he's really going to be playing corner.
Yeah.
So
you're advocating for listing Josiah Scott is a safety.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
because that makes your numbers a little bit better, and you're able to keep another guy in the secondary, who's another cover guy in the secondary.
Yeah.
So who is that? Hugo that makes it, or Tay Gowan?
So we say no to Tay Gowan. I think Tay is flashed. I think he's a guy on the back end that he still.
The fact Josh Joe beat him out for a spot says a lot. So I'm gonna just say that.
Does it though? I mean, I think
says
people
a
were
lot,
sleeping
bro.
on Alabama.
I mean, Josh
Alabama
Jobe is
cornerback,
good.
bro.
Like
He's a good
injuries
corner.
is what ended up making him fall in the draft anyway, right? Like him being hurt and not being able to do the combine and stuff. But I don't know. Like Gowan had a significant leg up from understanding the playbook and all of that stuff. And so for me, I think that if Josh Jobe hawks you for your job, bro, that says a lot.
I'm
He housed
interested
you.
to see how these safeties shake out, though. If we're keeping
Yeah, me
Josiah
too.
Scott as a corner, are we keeping him as a corner, or are we keeping him?
I thought we were going with
He's
him
a
as
second string
safety.
safety.
Yeah, let's
He's a
move
second
him.
string
I think
he's a second
it makes
Okay.
sense to move him to safety.
So moving to safety.
Well,
So
he's
that
at second
means-
string safety
that
currently.
means-
So
Then that means Amadi's in there.
So Amadi will be our sixth corner.
yeah.
Okay,
That makes
go.
sense.
All right, you go, Amadi.
Maul, you sound like Louis Riddick.
So here we go: Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Avonte Maddox, Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott, Josh Jobe. Evan's favorite.
I thought
Wait, nah, we moved Scott.
you got it wrong, bro.
Flip
If Josh
Scott.
Scott got moved to safety,
Josiah
and we're
Scott.
keeping Ugo Amadi.
Yeah, Hugo Amadi is the
All right,
sixth
who's going
This
corner.
guy
Who's
doesn't
gonna-
pay attention.
Who's going to push the button and kick him off again?
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, but y'all better never give me that button. I'll be on here by myself, son.
I'll kick you all off.
Just talking to
wow.
So
the
is this right? This is right.
Yeah, that's right.
right.
That's right.
Yeah,
Starting the
Hollis, not Hollis. You good, Hollis? Yeah, I'll keep you on too. These other
Okay,
cats gotta
thanks.
go though.
That's why I was saying.
And he's
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna get a hold of that button, bro. Don't worry.
That's that shit.
all right. So safety here. I know. Evan's been clamoring for Shasha Ray.
I've been
Nah.
saying. What's the hate?
Nah.
What's the hate for
Oh,
Shasha
it's
Ray?
not even hate. I just
I'm
think that
I'm keeping
if Scott
Tart.
gets flipped, then
Shasha Ray.
You,
Say
you'd
it
rather
again.
have Tart than Shasha Ray?
Say it
I
again.
think
say
so,
it again.
yeah,
Say it
for
again.
sure.
I'm sour on that. I stole that joke from Gail last show.
So who's the safeties currently?
Hollis, you cool with Tart right now?
Not really.
You think because I know he did have some personal issues that he was going through.
He's
Mr.
a little tart. He's a little tart right now. I'm just saying.
Hey, Prime, you okay with Tart?
Nah.
I didn't
Okay.
think so. So
Mal?
I don't think he went through camp enough to see what he got. So I got to go with the guys who showed me what they got.
I mean, in theory, I like Tart. He's shown that he can play in the league. But yeah, to Hollis's point and to the rest of the folks, like he really just has not done enough, I think. Yeah, I mean, Charles Craig, I love Reed Blankenship. I liked him at Middle Tennessee State. Like, you know what I mean? I
I love
he was
him.
a hell of a football player. He's shown well in the time that like what Hollis was saying before, you got to take advantage of the opportunities. Reed Blankenship, he don't care who he's facing. He's making tackles, he's making plays. I don't know that he makes it through waivers to practice squad. I think somebody will take him as a bottom of the roster dude to like cultivate his skills. I think that I would give the nod to Blankenship over Tart at this point.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Especially just from a special team standpoint. You're not going to necessarily be relying on him to be a starter, but he'd be a hell of a head buster on special teams.
So you're all busting up on
I like Tart.
upside.
I
You're
like
looking at
Tart.
the upside. You're looking at the upside.
What has he shown, son? Like, you know, I think that we carrying him, and Ev was saying earlier about like upside and potential. I think Blankenship potentially has a longer term potential for this team. And also, like, look at these undrafted free agents, right? Like, that was a heck of a group that how we brought in, man. We're talking about potentially 2-3 of these dudes making this team. That says a lot.
So that's what it looks like right here.
I mean, if we're, what do you guys think? Keeping 4? I would say, or would you keep 5?
Oh yeah, Kayvon. I forgot all about that boy.
Kayvon ain't it for me, man. It's
But I
Anthony
don't think
Harris.
they're letting him go though.
Nah.
They've been talking trash like he's been doing something, but he's still been sticking up the joint to me.
That's what, I'm with you, House. I'm with you.
So,
I
would keep Tart on this list, but
yeah. But 5, I don't do. So you think that they keep 5 safeties?
I
don't
think
they keep
4.
5, bro.
I think 4.
Kayvon's going.
I'm thinking 4.
Epps and Harris are locks for sure.
Kayvon's going.
I think
I'm
it's
with
going
you.
to be Harris, Wallace, and Scott. I don't know that they get rid of
Pete
Kayvon.
in the chat says Tart, Amadi, Epps, and Harris.
And now Tart, we've heard his name a lot, and it also stuff that he's already done. But you get all the way here, and they haven't really shown us nothing. You get like, to me, he didn't show me nothing against the threes, and that's where he's supposed to flourish. We expect him to be a part of the starting rotation or having to start. You didn't show me nothing against the threes, so I mean.
And then conversely, Reed Blankenship was tearing threes up. You know what I mean? So like that's sort of where I am with it. It's like he was busting heads open. So I like Blankenship, but I don't know that they carry 5 safeties.
Let's do some math here, though. I mean, as it stands right now, we have 42 players locked in. We need another 3 for the kicker, punter, and long snapper. So that brings us to 45. So we have 8 roster spots to play with.
Oh, so then we're gonna carry everybody then. Put them all on the
list. I'm cool with that. Because there's some guys I think that they're gonna bring back because they're the draft picks. Yeah. And they don't want to be wrong. They never want to be wrong at all.
You talk about that frequently.
So then that I guess that's where Kayvon falls into play.
Yeah, exactly. Because everybody been talking about, he's been having a great camp. They haven't saw me nothing in the game he played in.
Hold on. Let's be real though. We did get rid of Davion Taylor, who was a 3rd round pick. So is this the time where they start saying, hey, listen, these aren't the guys moving forward. Maybe we want to continue to like turn this roster over with some of these new dudes. So just something to throw out there.
I mean, we do have 3 running backs. This is a good point here. Yeah. So if they do intend to bring on a power back
and add in guys,
I think the 4th dude is going to be somebody else off the street, off of somebody's practice squad.
So are we? Everyone agree here to keep the 5 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would even keep. I would keep Chachere over Wallace, bro.
if we're keeping, I'm keeping Tart. I'm taking Tart over Chachere.
Keep Chachere, Joe Tart.
I think y'all like saying so. I mean, specialists. We got Jake Elliott, Aaron Sipos, Evan's favorite, and then Rick Lovato, friend of the show.
Lovato, yes.
We got to get Rick Lovato back on the podcast because
that's my guy. I like Rick.
Yo, at the end of the day, like special teams, like you never hear about Rick Lovato because he's not messing up.
You don't want to hear about Rick Lovato.
Yeah, if you do, it like that. The thing is that he almost gets forgotten about, but.
I cut that man every Madden year, bro. Every year I see that 36 overall football player, cut the heck out of him.
Last night. Yeah,
yo, what?
I had to cut him.
Come on,
already built that 53 up.
We just talked about friend of the show here, and y'all.
Yeah, nah, he got to go though.
Disrespect
in real life. Keep him. That's that guy. Hey, friend of the show, love it. But he had 36 overall in Madden, son.
So you don't need a long snap.
Who got long snap?
Nah, my tight end, baby. Who I got? I think Grant Calcaterra catching concussions doing that long snapping for me, dog. It's a video game. We can risk it. We can risk it.
So Evan, math wise, where we at?
45 or 46.
So hold on 1 second. So we got we kept 5 safeties. That's 47. That brings us to 50. So we got 3 extra spots.
Add an O lineman.
Sprinkle in.
I think add an O lineman. I definitely think add a running back.
All right, so I say Jack Anderson makes the list.
Okay, we're going back to lineman.
O lineman, yeah.
Adding Jack Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Boys,
hello, Mr. Anderson.
Carrying 11 linemen. That's big.
For any of you guys, that's 11 linemen. That's 10 linemen.
10 linemen.
11.
Nah, because if we still counting Dillard, that's 11, bro.
That's 11. Right.
Trading Dillard.
If we trade Dillard, that's 10, but he ain't been traded yet.
Right.
That's after he gets into a fight with Hollis in the street. And they got to kick him off. They got to kick him off because he get his ass
whooped? You can't be taking the L's to retire people.
What about did we end up cutting Davion Taylor? End up bringing him back?
We ended up cutting Taylor.
I can bring him back.
Yeah, I can bring
yeah.
him back.
That'd be cool.
Or you got the people in the we got the people in the crowd, man. The folks
What
in
they
the
say?
comments, they screaming for Jaquaski Tart to make the team. They saying we crazy. So
Yeah. No,
I guess
I've been saying Tart.
I guess.
I mean, I like
hey,
Tart.
I thought you
In
talking.
theory.
I thought you talking about your breath, but okay.
Oh, I don't
So
like Tart.
are we
breath.
we adding Davion Taylor back?
I would add Tart before I add
I would
Davion
add
Taylor
Tart.
back.
Would you guys add in a third quarterback just for the hell of it, or
Add Tart first.
Nah.
Your third quarterback is gonna come off your practice squad.
Yeah.
That's like if your offensive line can't keep two guys upright, then we're in a world.
Yeah.
We're in a world of shit.
Hey, Mr. iFlow, great question. I'm working through this Jalen Hurts thing right now, man, trying to get him to not be a 74. I done thrown 40,000 interceptions with this guy, but I still believe, bro. I still believe.
All you gotta do is wait till you just gotta wait till as the season go.
Mr. iFlow is a Madden geek. He hits me up every year and he's like, yo, the Cowboys, one of the Cowboys, the designers of the EA sports game, I mean the Madden game, is a Cowboys fan. So he believes there's conspiracy against
Cowboys.
Yeah,
Mr. iFlow, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Well, I don't know why. That's the only team that celebrates mediocrity on a year in and year out basis, and they continue to just like be in the news for absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Just for existing. It must be nice.
So all right, I added Davion Taylor back.
Okay.
I did. Is that what you all wanted?
Yep. Davion Taylor, Jaquaski Tart, and then Jack Anderson.
You got to add a receiver.
That's four. That puts us over.
What are you talking about? Jaquaski Tart. We needed to fill 3 spots. Jaquaski Tart.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Anderson, and who am I missing?
Davion Taylor.
Davion Taylor.
That's 3.
But hold on. But just for shits and giggles, do you think Davion Taylor beats out another receiver?
Or another running back?
Or a receiver or running back who's all on all the special teams?
Pete, Devin.
I would rather have Davion Taylor on this team than Jaquaski Tart, if I'm being real.
Well, no, I'm talking about in general. It's because when you look at this, you have to look at it hypothetically speaking. It's like who's gonna do the team more good? Somebody who's on all the first team, special teams, on everything, or somebody who can cut it at linebacker. And we drafted, and they probably looking to move on from some of the draft picks in which they feel like they made a mistake on before they got here. We got Devin Allen. That's what I'm talking about, Devin Allen. Nah. You do not cut that speed. I don't give a damn who you think you are. You do not let that speed get away.
So Hollis, because you go to practices, so you got an insight here that we don't necessarily have. Have you seen something from him that we're just missing? Because I feel like you continue to talk him up, but I really haven't seen it.
Okay, this is what I'll let you know about in general about just having him on your roster. He's a threat to go the distance. Do you know? You saw what he did?
Mm-hmm.
Just think of that in general. During the regular season game, you trying to stop our run, but then they put him out wide. What do you think is going to happen? That safety is going to have to be over the top of that. So you have a 7-man front versus our offensive line, and us running the ball down your throat. It's the way you use people. It's the way you use the threat. It's like I would take that and his ability to play special teams, the ability to get down there fast on everything, over just Davion Taylor. I'm just saying, it's like you can't coach speed. We've let guys like this.
I would bet money that he ends up on the IR before week 6.
We've let guys like this go before. You remember Beer Man? You don't even remember Beer Man, do you?
Beer Man.
I don't remember.
Beer Man, Michael Lewis. He ended up being a Pro Bowl. Being a Pro Bowl kicker.
New Orleans, right?
Michael Lewis,
yeah. We also but when James Thrash was decent, we let him go. The next week, what was he doing? Returning kicks for the Redskins at the time. Sometimes when you have speed and you have it to this magnitude, like we already seen what Davion Taylor can do.
James Trash.
I'm with House, man. I'm with House.
I'm with Pete. Phantom IR, Devin Allen. I like I said on the last pod, I said I would put water in the Eagles cafeteria, let him slip.
Davion Taylor, what has he done? He's been hurt often.
Well, he's going to get hurt on his own anyway. So
now it's Gail's turn to convince us why we got to keep Davion Taylor.
Well, I just feel like if it's an ego thing, then he'll be here, and then he's got back into the roster duties for the linebacker. Like he knows positions. He plays special teams.
Hey, he got speed too, like Pete was saying. The dude definitely can move.
You just don't let that type of speed leave.
We're not.
I just think my thing with Devin Allen is,
and he's gone for the year, and then we just coach him up a little bit.
Like a lot of the beats at practice have said they haven't seen much. I mean, when I was at practice, I didn't see much. Now the only thing I saw him do was run sprints after practice. That was like that was the only. Bro, he looked very depressed. I felt so bad for him. I was like, man, this dude is like.
Who are you talking about?
Devin Allen.
Devin Allen.
Devin Allen.
I was like, he just false started like a week ago, and now he's out here. But I thought he got his moment. I think he did enough to get shine from another team though. Like he put something on tape.
If you want to look at it like that, I'm looking at it in the giant picture in the grand scheme of things. Where if we have this kid up, give him opportunity. We have this kid up. I know it's at least worth 14 points in the game.
Yeah, but
I don't think that he ever gets on the field in any sort of real situation.
So Hollis, do you like would you agree like give him a phantom injury? Because like he's not ready.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I would
Tyree Jackson injury.
I probably would do that.
Yeah, see, look, we found the compromise. There we
hamstring.
Go. Yeah, he ain't lose him, but he ain't on the roster.
Yeah, but like all right. So let's say when the pup is up after week 6, are you guys going to be up in arms if he gets activated? Like
he can't. If we put him on the IR now before the season starts, he's done for the year.
Oh, he's done for the year. I thought it was a 6-week thing.
Nah, if you IR him before the season starts, he's done.
No. It's that you can put him on IR to come back.
But I don't think they IR him to come back. Because how many designations do you get for that? You only get like a handful of them, 1 or 2, right?
They only do get a handful of them.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Somebody said Tart would be a starter by week 6 with Epps.
I disagree with that.
I don't think Anthony Harris is that great of a football player to replace in the first place. So it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
I still believe that position is questionable overall.
I agree.
Prime
got something to say here.
No, I'm Epps is definitely that guy. Anthony Harris, I don't know, man. I think he's better than Tart. That's man.
Okay.
I also think Harris is a little better than Tart. Basically, Tart can hit, but
this is true.
Toasted. He get toast.
You know that play where Quez Watkins got tackled from behind on that play? Yeah. That was Tart.
But then you also see Tart and pass coverage missing.
Say that again. Hold on.
That's what I saw.
Whoa. Maul. What happened? Tart caught him from where?
Behind.
Tart caught him from where? Behind. Exactly. Why was he behind him? I'll give him some Smuckers with that.
Damn, Pete's
are
talking
you just
about
carrying around a prop thing of Smuckers at all times?
Pete, we cutting Harris, but you want to keep Davion Taylor, yo. I don't understand what's happening.
Damn it, Pete. What the hell happened there?
Pete, stop. And he want to keep Davion Taylor too. Oh, he need to stop.
Put him in the bathroom.
So I think we're all set with the list right now. Obviously, this is the first mock 53. There could be changes. We can go back. Yes. We can go back and do another episode. So we're not holding everyone to the fire. This is right now.
Well, when is the final cut? When is the final cut?
I think we're at 80 right now, though.
Yeah, but when is the final cut? Because it's like I was just saying, we can do it after the next preseason game. Because I'll often watch. Like I still got the other one playing right now.
August 30th, they go from 80 to 53. So we have a week.
So after the next preseason game, come back on that Tuesday and put our third thizzle down, and I'm gonna be watching like a hawk, and I'm gonna have my notes again.
And it's also a chance Rager gets this, right? That Dilla gets this.
And I'll be watching like this. I'll be on vacation.
That's how you always watch.
I'll be on vacation, y'all. I will still be doing the pod, but I'm just saying I'll be on vacation. So
I'll be on vacation too.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Smart guy. And Evan will be on vacation too. He'll be drinking his beer.
Are those nuts in the beer?
Hell
Yeah.
That's hell
Those
right
are-
there.
That's
son.
crunchy beer, bro.
Those are nuts in the beer.
That's
Nuts in the beer. Crunchy beer.
Pause.
I'm
yeah,
That's-
I'm starting
that's
a brand here.
Evan's copywriting that. He's going to be starting Evan's crunchy beer.
bro. Nah, call it what it is. That's nutty beer. That ain't no crunchy beer.
It's
Don't
I know,
beer.
but
That's
Ball, I know
nut
why.
beer, man.
Ball, I know why you pissed because
That's from Jersey.
you tried it
Come on,
and
man,
it
watch
didn't
your mouth.
sit well with you.
I ain't never tried that. Diverticulitis running my family. That should put me in the hospital, bro.
Yeah, it's funny shit. Like, who
You see the
is
guy
that
with-
real?
You see the guy at the
What,
Yankee game with the
diverticulitis?
Lizard straw?
My dad was like, son, I can't eat nuts, man. I got
Yeah, that's
I
real.
could get diverticulitis.
It gets
Pause,
caught
pause.
in the
Pause.
We usually finish the shows talking about food, but this is
Jesus.
another. It's
No,
another level.
did you guys get a chance to watch the game?
The glizzy straw. Yeah,
What game you talking about?
Yeah, what
The,
game?
the
What are you
last
talking
last
about?
preseason game. Did you get a chance to watch the
Oh,
Oh
beginning?
yeah,
where,
you think I'm doing this whole podcast without watching the game?
No, I'm talking about when Dave Spadaro was giving his sideline report,
and he pushed
and the dude tried to.
Oh,
and the dude
yeah,
tried to
yeah,
walk
yeah,
in front of him.
when he stepped
Yo,
out,
Talk about
You
the
seen how the
street
dude
justice.
looked at him, bro? When he
Yeah,
walked
and
behind him, he was like,
exactly, yeah,
You see? Did you see Dom realize that he missed his
exactly.
assignment there?
yeah,
And he was like, oh,
exactly. I
shit.
was cracking up. That's why I was like, he's like, get out of here.
Spadaro was about to burn a Newport on him. He's like, like,
Dave Spadaro was not playing with him, son. He
yeah,
hit him
man.
with the smooth stiff arm was like, go around, buddy.
Yeah, off the rails, man. After an hour or so, the
man.
pod goes off the rails. We
Deep
start
into
talking
the
about.
pod.
Single
folks.
time.
So as we go around, man, like it's last word time, man. As
Okay.
we move into the preseason game,
Yes, sir.
it's gonna get interesting down in Miami. You're not going down to Miami, Hollis?
No, I'm actually going to Dolan's. I've been watching at Dolan's.
Dolan's,
My
okay.
boy, yeah, Dolan's out in Delaware County. It's one of my old watering holes. You know, I'll be out there doing the big Terramano, watching the game. You know,
That's
Okay.
what's up.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that in pretty much as we gonna go. I'm gonna be with Vincent on Friday first though, down in at the place. What's the beer cup? The Garden State Beer Company
Okay, nice.
Cape May,
from
bro.
2 to 6. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
gonna be down there with him on that day, doing it big.
That's
Very
what's
nice.
up.
What about you? What about you, Mal? Last word.
Yeah. So my last word is unrelated to the Eagles. But if y'all haven't gotten a chance, definitely watch that Manti Te'o documentary on Netflix. I had a chance to watch it today with my wife, yo. And like, dude, that it speaks volumes about like journalism and how quickly we just run and jump onto things. Like that man's life got ruined behind something that had nothing to do with him, man. And so just get a chance to watch it and be better to other human beings, yo. Let's stop being terrible people to each other. What's good, bro?
The only thing I have to say about that is I met him literally after that, and he's a bit of a jerk. So I think that what happened to him was on his own.
Did you watch the documentary, Hollis?
I didn't have to watch the documentary. I saw it happen. Like see what I'm saying is in meeting him, it's kind of like in meeting him, it's like, oh God, you really that dumb? And then the way and the other part, Maul. This is the part that made me say that though. The part that made me say that was the way he treated some kids that was around. It was a thing going on at the Maxwell Awards, and the kid came up to him and asked him for his autograph. And the way he just shunned that kid and was basically like, "Get the F away from me." I don't have any sympathy for people of that stature. And it was a kid. Remember, it's a kid.
So many professional athletes do that exact
Have you
same
seen me
thing
do it,
don't deserve to get catfished to have their careers ruined, bro. Like that's far fetched. I hear you.
Have you seen me do it?
Nah, Hollis, you a real down to earth dude, and I respect that. That's why you're so lauded by your peers and by the people that listen to you. I respect you for that. Brandon Graham was down to earth. Trent Cole was down to earth. It's a lot of real down to earth people, but in the end of the day, I think it's important for us to remember that humans are humans. And despite how you might see somebody interact in a certain instance, we all deserve a level of respect, bro, and empathy. That's all I'm saying. Let's be empathetic towards each other. Let's respect
I
each
was
other. We can
empathetic
disagree,
until
but
that
not
moment.
disrespect.
I don't want to disrespect, but I was empathetic with him until that very moment.
Hollis,
Because
you killed my whole vibe, bro.
No, I didn't want to take your vibe, but I felt you should. I know
My
how
son
things
spiked
come
my
out,
whole
but
vibe. He was like, man, fuck what you talking about.
no, because I feel like this. Like if you're truly a good person, you have integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing even when
all the
nobody's
time.
around. When a small
100%.
kid comes up to you and asks you for an autograph, that can make that kid. You don't know what kind of impact you're gonna have on that person's life.
Hey man, Charles
That's
Barkley
it.
walked away at me. I was 7 years old trying to get his John. He damn near mushed me out the way. He spit
I
on
know, but look
children.
at
We love him.
and look at you
Everybody
now.
need a chance to be redeemed, son. That's all I'm saying.
Hollis, I got all the respect for you.
You weren't asking me for my autograph, Prime. You guys were cheating in the game. You guys were cheating in the game.
Prime, what's your last word?
Just definitely gotta step out the box and wish my wife a happy anniversary. We just spent
Hey,
isn't that special?
Let's go.
Yeah,
Prime is brown nosing.
Happy anniversary.
Hey, the last preseason game is here, man. You know, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that the team comes out healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wise and great decisions are made. We keep the 53-man roster, you know what I mean, tight, and we make, you know, the right decisions on who we're going to keep on this squad. So other than that, I wish them the best. And the people that don't make the squad or on the practice squad, you know, y'all got our support, you know, but good luck out there in the league, and I hope somebody else goes ahead and picks up and, you know, decides to take the chance on your talent. Other than that, you know what I mean? Just be safe.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a, you know, I'm not talking anything about the Eagles here either. We used to have a sentiment, you know, we used to end the show with talk about checking in on your peoples. I want to get back to that, man. Be sure to check in on your peoples. Be sure to take care of your health. You know, go see the doctor, man. You don't know what kind of shit is going on. Take care of yourself. Take care of your peoples. That's all.
Mind your mentals.
But you trying to call me fat on the slide?
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm
That's
just
not what I'm saying.
saying.
You know, got some.
I felt like a lot of the funk was coming my way. I'm just saying.
I was just waiting for Hollis to spike your positivity, bro. He's like, man, fuck that. Don't check on nobody.
You know what? Never see a doctor. Fuck dentists. They're fake doctors.
First, the fat boys break up, and that is. I thought I'd never hear that from you.
Hey, I'll follow up. Mal, I did actually sit down and watch the documentary. I thought it was done very well. I did think about the way the journalistic approach has changed over the last couple of years. I just thought it was done well. It made me think twice about how journalism is taken these days. So first shout out to Prime, you and the wifey, happy anniversary.
Thank you,
sir. Yes, sir.
And I feel like this is my vacation week, so I'm excited to get away with the family and get away right before the season starts, because again, it's going to be a wild ride the next couple months.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody, y'all better start drinking your water. Because we're gonna gotta keep hydrated because we're gonna be on the road, y'all. So shout out to Philly Sports Trips. Sports Trips, man. We're gonna be doing this these 3 big trips right here. Detroit.
FedEx Field is on my birthday too, so we turned up.
Arizona.
September 25th, when we go kick Carson's ass between the shoulders.
Nice.
So this is gonna be a great trip. If you guys want to join us, make sure to sign up on Philly Sports Trips. And just make sure you get out there, man, because at the end of the day, it's all about having a good time, supporting your birds. It's going to be a great ride. And this is the 17-0 season, right, Mal?
Week 1.
Bro, you already know. And hold on. I'm going to end on this because I'm seeing more journalists like, yo, we going 17-0. Yo, everybody know where that started. Y'all know who the first one was on that smoke. I stood on business for months now, bro. Hollis, I've been on that business for months now. Now I'm seeing all these dudes like, we going 17-0. Chill, son. Y'all wasn't with it for real. Y'all ain't believing it was time to believe. Y'all believing now. Calm down. We going 17-0 though, and I'm geek.
Thanks to everyone who stayed around, stuck around. I know this isn't the sexy show. This is about getting it done, talking about the 53 man. And we'll be back. We'll be back soon. But for me and the dudes, we'll see you guys in the next one. As always, fly, Eagles, fly.
Hollis, you bring an energy to this that's fucking ridiculous. This man was flying away at the end of this shit.
Hey, man.